Hey everyone, and welcome to another video on Jurassic Collectibles. A bit of a different one because you can see my face. I've already recorded this once and the audio didn't work, but we are back again. And I wanted to give you guys a little glimpse at MCM Comic Con, London Comic Con this year, because there were a couple of Jurassic things going on. So the first thing was JADA Toys had a booth at the show, the first ever time they've been at a Comic Con in the UK. The team were awesome enough to give me, as you can see, this Fast and Furious Lamborghini here. Very, very cool. And I got to go and hang out with them a little bit, see the Jeep Explorer that they had on their booth, or not the Jeep Explorer, the Jeep Wrangler. So let's take a closer look, firstly at the booth, with some audio from Ben from JADA. Okay, so continuing our segment here at London Comic Con, MCM Expo, I'm here with Ben from JADA UK. So Ben, why don't you say hello?
Hello there.
Perfect, thank you. So obviously you're here in the UK with the wonderful Jeep Wrangler on show, and lots of people coming through to the JADA booth. So why don't you give us a quick overview of what you've got on show here at the booth?
Yeah, obviously for us having the oversized, the life-size Jeep Wrangler is brilliant to get people on the stand. This is actually the first time we've done MCM Comic Con, so
awesome.
Yeah, so we know that JADA in the US, they do San Diego Comic Con, and that's a big focus for them. So we wanted to come here and see what we could do and what would be popular. So for us, having that Jeep Wrangler at the front's really brought footfall onto our stand. And obviously we've got the 124 Jeep Wrangler, which is one of our top-selling items from the show today, and I expect it will be across the whole weekend. And we've also got the Nano Hollywood Rides Jurassic Park 3-pack, basically, which consists of a helicopter, the Jeep Wrangler, and Ford Explorer.
No, that's awesome. So obviously it's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park this year, so quite a big event for Jurassic. So I guess, what does the franchise mean to you? Is it like films that you're into massively? What do you think of the franchise?
Well, I love the original so much because it was one of the first films I watched at the cinema.
Yeah.
I was 5 years old. I'm not sure why my parents let me watch a dinosaur film when it was quite as scary as it was. Yeah. I don't remember feeling scared though, but I loved it, and it was a massive part of my. Even today, like people that I've grown up with, I've sent pictures of the Jeep and said, look what's on my stand today. So yeah, really fond memories of the first film. The ones after. Not as much. I still enjoyed them as films, but like that original was really the peak for me, and my favourite part of the whole franchise.
I think I'm agreed on that one. And obviously you're here today launching the JADA Fan Zone as well, which is something really cool. So why don't you tell people a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so in the UK we've been selling JADA for a few years now, but it's still been quite niche, right? We haven't actually really done huge amounts of marketing to let people know where we are, what they can buy, etc. What we're trying to do, starting with this show, is start building up that fan base, start building up a direct contact with that fan base, so we can. The idea today is we're giving away some free product to get people to sign up, because we realise it's people just don't give out their details willy-nilly. We want people to sign up for new releases from JADA. Some of that might be future Jurassic Park items, for example, but. Generally across all the licenses we do for JADA, we want to inform people of what's new, what's coming out, and any big developments on JADA, because we want to do more shows like this, and we want to carry on building that audience, and just making that JADA brand more accessible in the UK.
Yeah, that's really awesome to hear. I think you've definitely seen it popping up more. I think I've imported some stuff in the past, but there's a lot more out there that you can access now, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
We want to know what people want as well, so it's there is a big back catalogue of items available that have been available in JADA US. So we don't bring everything over, but talking to people here today, understanding what people want is really important.
Awesome, that's really good to hear. So do sign up for the Fan Zone if you want to make your voice heard as well. And then lastly, Ben, why don't you let people know where they can pick up some of the JADA products that are available currently?
Yeah, so I think, we have them across lots of independent retailers, but we also have a good selection in Asda, for example. Amazon, obviously, is a great place to kind of see the whole range, so we have a brand store on there. So normally if you see one of the items on Amazon, there's usually like a little hyperlink off that item which says visit the JADA brand store, and then from there you can kind of like look into each category and see what we've got available. So that's quite a good way of like observing the range, but of course we have more plans to kind of make that more accessible for people to see in the UK, and maybe a localized website that people can actually understand what we've got available at any time.
Awesome. Cool, that all sounds good. Thank you so much for your time, Ben.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
And then, as Ben discusses there, a big part of the booth was the life-size Jeep Wrangler, Matt Darlington's Site B Creations Wrangler, Jeep 29. I caught up with Matt to talk a little bit about owning a Jeep Wrangler, and you'll hear that now. Apologies that all the audio from the show floor is very blown out. It was hard to record in such a busy environment, but I did the best I could for you guys.
Hi everyone, it is Tom here, and today we are out at MCM Comic Con in London for the October show, and it's quite cool. There's been a bit of a Jurassic Park showing for the 30th anniversary, and I am currently with
Matt Darlington.
So Matt is here at the show with JADA Toys, who you'll be familiar with as having lots of replica vehicles from all different licenses, including Jurassic Park. And Matt is here with Jeep 29, so he is one of the people in the UK who has got a replica Jeep Wrangler. And so yeah, we're going to talk about it. So Matt, why don't you first tell us a little bit about what made you build your own Jeep Wrangler?
I mean, basically, this is a childhood dream come true. I had the toy as a kid, and it's like I can now have it as an adult. You know, this is like a childhood toy now real, and you know, I adored the films and still do, and it's a dream come true now.
Amazing, that's awesome. I have a feeling this audio is going to be very blown out taking a look at the readings just there. So hopefully you are hearing this podcast. But yeah, why don't you talk about some of the challenges with owning your own Jeep, I guess? What were some of the hardest things that you had to overcome to get it into the beautiful condition it's in today?
I would say most of it has been the fact that Jeep YJs of this era were scarce in the country. So trying to find certain parts here was a bit of a struggle. And there's been a lot of shipping from the States, things going missing and stuff like that. So that's been a bit of a struggle. And then just general sort of upkeep. You do a car of this style, you don't just build a job done. You are constantly tweaking and always doing stuff. So it becomes like a whole hobby in its own right, rather than just I'm building a car, you know, job done. You're going to have to keep doing maintenance. You know, you start one thing, and then you loop back round to that first thing you did and redo it, and then back round again. It's been fun, but struggling.
Yeah, definitely something that's going to keep you busy. So I guess why don't you sort of give us an audio talk through of the Jeeps and maybe talk through some of your favourite additions that you've been able to make to it, because you don't just have the Jeep, you have a very, very unique interior for your Jeep as well, with some special signatures from some special people.
So yeah, the car. So the dashboard I've had signed by both Aria Richards, who played Lex, and Sam Neill, Alan Grant. They've both signed the dashboard for me. So that's like an awesome thing. When I'm driving it, you can flick over it and see it, and it's like a little buzz every day to see that. I mean, the additions really have been like the first paint job I did myself, and I had it in a matte-based paint job. And then last year, it was looking tired and worn out, and I've just had it repainted in the gloss, more close to what the film is, in the same colours and everything, which is the sand beige and the Ford Performance red. I've got the half doors, again, they had to come from the States, again, matches the film. I do have a screen matched interior to go in. I was planning to do it before the show, but due to an accident at work and breaking my thumb, I didn't get the time. But yeah, I mean, it is as close as I could get to the film as I could in this country. Yeah, I loved it.
It's a really beautiful thing to spend a few minutes standing taking in. I guess why don't you talk a little bit about some of the events that you've got to do with the Jeep? Because obviously we're at Comic Con today, but when we've spoken in the past, you've done a few different things. So where has this Jeep been?
Well, so MCM, this has been a really good one to be at, a really big Comic Con. But I've done quite a few Comic Cons over the years, everything from the Showmasters ones and also the Wales cons, and then everything else in between. I've done a couple of jobs with Universal to help promote some of the toys and other lines. It's been used quite a few times for Jurassic Park themed weddings, where I've witnessed everything. Oh my god. Oh, there's T-Rexes going by. That's a normal sight.
It's not every day you get interrupted by a musical T-Rex.
Yeah. But as I was saying, I've done some full Jurassic Park themed weddings where I've seen things like a ring bearer that was a T-Rex. I've seen a full Jurassic Park wedding cake, and you know, I've seen a lot of unusual fun things.
No, that's really awesome. And what advice would you have for anyone who's looking at building their own replica Jurassic vehicle?
Sorry, some sound has just gone insane, hasn't it?
I'm really sorry for the audio quality of this recording.
I would say do it for the love. I've seen a few where people have done it because they own a company that hire these. It isn't easy. If you're going to do it because you love it. There are times where I was doing body work at 2 a.m. in the morning just to fit in while doing other jobs and stuff like that. You know, there was a huge passion behind this, and you know, and also I think use it. I think the other one is when you finish it, don't trade it around and hide it away. Actually use it, because they are a lot of fun, and you bring a lot of joy to people's lives when you're driving into Tesco's and stuff. You know, I don't think hiding it is a right thing.
Yeah, I know. There's a blacked out Ford Explorer that drives around London with some Dominion style logos on it, and me and my friend have seen that appear in multiple places in London, and it always makes us smile whenever we do. I'm going to wrap up here because it is getting busy, but obviously it's the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park, so what would you like to say to people in the 30th anniversary? Like, what does this franchise really mean to you?
I mean, I grew up with it. I was 8 years old to see the film, and I was mad about dinosaurs at that age, and then to see that was seeing these things come to life that I was fascinated with. And ever since then, it was just like this incredible sort of film that I loved, and just carried on the passion from this 8-year-old kid to now, and I'm now a 30-year-old who's still technically an 8-year-old inside, so driving around this toy, massive toy. It means a lot to me. I just grow up with something like that.
Awesome. And where can people find you on social media if they'd like to see more of Jeep 29, Matt?
So my main one I use all the time is on Instagram, and it is Site B Creations, named after where all the dinosaurs are created, where you'll see Jeep 29 being built or events, along with my other little projects I do, like my R2-D2 and other things I build. So yeah.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Okay, and then lastly, Universal Pictures had the massive T-Rex from Fallen Kingdom on show. It was really, really awesome to see that again. So I'll let you check out a couple of photos, a little bit of video of the T-Rex alongside some Jurassic music just now. And that is it for Comic Con. I had an awesome time. I did pick up a couple of tidbits of information. JADA currently are not planning on releasing the 1/18th Explorer in the UK. You'll see that on screen now. So if this is something you want to see in the UK, leave a comment below so I can send this over to the team at JADA and actually say, look, this is something we want, because they're really, really open to listening to that. It was awesome seeing the Rex again, such an iconic model. Loved seeing it in 2018 for Fallen Kingdom, and so good to get to see it again. Loved having my photo with it, which you'll see at the end of this video. And it was nice seeing a few Jurassic fans as well, and getting to celebrate the 30th anniversary. So that is really it for this video, guys. I wanted to give you a quick overview. Not a lot of news at Comic Con, but just nice to see Jurassic out on the show floor again. I hope you've enjoyed a bit of a different video. I promise you won't be seeing much of my face going forwards. And as always, guys, make sure to like, favourite and subscribe. I'd love to read some comments below on what you think about Comic Con. And until the next video, take care and have a great week.